Cool.
All right.
Build that up perfectly for you, Miss Brandy.
Yes, yes.
Kick
Thank
it off,
you.
girlfriend.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our March advisory meeting for Mohawk Valley area. This is Advanced to Apprenticeship. We are continuing to spring into action with Advanced to Apprenticeship. It's a nice spring shot of Mohawk Valley Community College there. I am Brandy Solomon. I am the project coordinator. We're here with Pat Dowse, who many of you know, our MACNY consultant. We also have Marilee Boylan, who works with me at the Strong Center for Developmental Disabilities, our director of employment. And Colleen is also here, who is our manager of apprenticeships and workforce development through MACNY. So Advanced to Apprenticeship, as you know, is a pre-apprenticeship training course that is all about advancing people into employment that leads to registered apprenticeship opportunities so that they can advance their career. So our project started in 2019, and since then, we have undergone modifications. And for our Mohawk Valley Community College cohort, we began promotion in summer of 2023, and we were able to have our first cohort in the fall of 2023. So since then, since our last meeting in December, our spring 2024 cohort has been announced, and I'm very excited to give you more information about what's upcoming. And we are currently gathering information from students who attended our fall cohort to continue to help us with program development and modifications as we are moving forward. So our basic to manufacturing course at Mohawk Valley Community College in Utica, our spring session will begin in April 8th through June 27th. We're going to continue with Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, with one class being an optional tutoring day. Our classes will be 4:30 to 6:30 right on the Mohawk Valley Community College campus in Utica. And we're continuing to have our program at no cost to students, looking to recruit up to 12 students to be a part of this awesome opportunity, and making sure that everyone knows that the students will receive CNC basics, power skills instruction like resume developing and communication, effective communication development, as well as networking and interview preparation. And on the manufacturing side, they will have the opportunity to do that CNC basics and get into the fabrication lab to get some hands-on practice and training, as well as receiving their OSHA 10 certification. And all of this is being funded through SUNY and Radar grants for eligible students. So upcoming, we have our open house tomorrow. So we thought this advisory meeting was a great opportunity to let you all know, please sound the horn that for anybody who is interested or unsure if they're interested, well, come on down to the Mohawk Valley Community College on tomorrow. We'll be having an open house from 5 to 6. We will have refreshments if that helps to get some people in the door. And we're really just wanting to make sure that as many people as possible are aware of the program. And if they show up for open house, they'll have the opportunity to do an application right on the spot with multiple supports. All of the instructors will be there. I will be there. And yes, we want to make sure that we have a great turnout. So please share with your networks that our open house is tomorrow. And we'll make sure that you probably got a flyer, but if not, we'll make sure you get it again so that you can share it. If somebody is not able to attend the open house, we will be doing another info session on the 19th of March. But of course, our class starts April 8th. So as soon as a person is interested, them contacting me immediately is the best bet to get them involved. And we want to have them involved because really the only qualifications attached to Advanced to Apprenticeship is being 18 by the time that the program is ending for employment opportunities, being interested in learning about manufacturing and being exposed to it, even if they decide after the course they want to do something different, at least they got the opportunity to be exposed to it. So yeah, we want them. And I am that point of contact to begin those conversations. So what's next? Uh-oh, I see something in. Okay. So what's next? Well, our project is actually in the ending of the third year, and we were extended. So we have 5 years to continue with work. And in our year 4, which actually begins on April 1st, no, it's not an April Fool's joke. We'll start our year 4 on the 1st of April. And we're going to continue with that training program recruitment in the Mohawk area, as well as with our partnerships in the Rochester, New York area. We're going to continue to support our partners with building sustainability and communicating widely about the program so that our learnings and successes and replication strategies can be shared. So with supporting our partners, we're going to be continuing to evaluate the design. There was already a great evaluation done at the end of our fall cohort that influenced and helped to add to our curriculum for our spring cohort. And we're going to continue in real time to make those updates and modifications as needed so that we're offering the best process, the best program possible. But we're also going to continue to work with building sustainability. And one way that that's going to move forward, we are very excited to announce through MACNY. Colleen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. Colleen's going to make the announcement.
Hi, good morning, everyone. MACNY applied for Advanced to Apprenticeship to become a direct entry program with the New York State Department of Labor. That's a designation that was recently opened up to us because the Department of Labor expanded the eligibility, I guess, for a direct entry program to include the recruitment of individuals with disabilities. So Advanced to Apprenticeship is now the first program, the first direct entry program in the state to provide pre-apprenticeship opportunities to individuals with disabilities in advanced manufacturing. So really, really cool. And it does open up some additional funding opportunities for us. So it was really important to be able to get this designation. So we're excited about it.
Thank you, Colleen. So yes, with MACNY having the direct entry process going for Advanced to Apprenticeship, we're also looking to see how we can expand within the Rochester area as well, possibly with our partners through our TMA. So we are going to continue with that communicating. Sorry, I lost my button. Here it is. Continue with that communicating about the project widely through different groups nationally and statewide. SWITC is the sub-minimum wage transition to competitive integrated employment project that is happening across our state, making sure that people who are currently earning sub-minimum wage know about additional opportunities, alternative opportunities that are available to them. And we've had great conversations with that team about adding Advanced to Apprenticeship as one of those potential opportunities that a person can get involved with as they transition from sub-minimum wage. We're also going to be doing a podcast very soon with Fuse Hub. We're doing a webinar with National APSE and looking to also present at the conference, as well as New York State's APSE and additional partners as we are invited. So definitely looking to share the news about the model widely so that people can replicate this in their respective areas. We're looking to initiate the statewide coalition in our year 4, which is all about locating other manufacturing programs that are doing similar work in supporting people with disabilities and making sure that we're working together to elevate our collective outcomes for the people being supported. We want to continue to educate our training sites from Mohawk Valley and Rochester and additional as that occurs, as well as the businesses in neurodiversity and diverse learning styles, making sure that they are prepared for our students with disabilities and those who learn differently. And through that, supporting the creation of employment opportunities, making sure businesses are aware about customized employment and the potential accommodations that they can make within their space to make it more inviting and welcoming to all. And we're going to be involved with youth with disabilities and their families, as well as special education teachers, ensuring that they have that manufacturing expiration that then leads into apprenticeship exposure and pathways. So what do we need from you? Our call to action always is about marketing, making sure that we are sharing about Advanced to Apprenticeship. Our cohort that we have starting this spring in Mohawk Valley needs more students. So as many conversation as you can have, we know the power of word of mouth. You know somebody who is maybe in their last year of high school and not sure what's next. Well, this is definitely a course that since it's in the evening, they can do it in the evenings while they go to school during the day. Maybe there's someone who's interested in a career change. This cohort, I've been getting a lot more calls from people who are interested in career change, which is awesome. So we're welcome. We're open to that. People who speak different languages. So all of those opportunities are available, and we want to make sure that folks know about Advanced to Apprenticeship. If there are community.
So on a daily basis, I program the CNC machining centers.
Up, we got a
Parts
something's running.
either on the floor or that are ordered from.
Oh, wow. Oh, so the video kind of started in the background on its own. I'm like, what is going on? Sorry about that. Technical difficulty. I don't even know where it came from. Okay. Either way, if there are community fair opportunities in your area that are connected to the Mohawk Valley, let us know. We may be able to not only table for them, but definitely share the information to make sure that people are aware. So if anyone has any questions or thoughts, like Pat said, I had a concise presentation for you all to definitely make sure that we leave time for conversation, and the reminder that tomorrow is the open house. And if you can share that with your network so that we can get as many people in the door as possible.
What's exciting, right? What's exciting about the open house too is that we're actually, the instructors will be there. The one in particular is going to walk us through anybody that comes, if they've never seen the fabrication lab, they call it the Fab Lab. We're actually going to get a tour of that and be able to touch things and see things and hear things. So it's a great sensory awareness as well. If you have somebody in mind, or indeed somebody is interested, being able to come over to the college and spend the time in the space is the idea of the open house. It's not just all talking heads. We will really be moving people around and getting them to get the sense of, you know, where the doors are and all that kind of stuff. So that's the game plan behind the open house, is not just hey, how are you? Do this kind of stuff, but to literally let people see the campus and experience it as well, to make sure that if there's any hesitation or thoughts or questions, we can address them now in March, since the cohort, the classes to start in April.
And just a reminder all that this is a great opportunity for exploration. So people don't have to know for sure that they're going to go into manufacturing. This is a great way to put their toe in, test the waters, and kind of explore it a little bit. So just know that there's a lot of flexibility in the outcome, right? So please share away. We appreciate your help.
And even the class itself, we learned from the first cohort that while the goal ultimately is to prepare and get people thinking about apprenticeship jobs, and they will indeed get the opportunity to interview with different companies. That's how MACNY plays the role in the Mohawk Valley, is arranging that. Again, it is discovery time. We anticipate that somebody might get offered a job, but the real goal here is to open up eyes and ears and comprehension of the value of the manufacturing industry as a place to work, where it may never have been done before. So, okay. Tamara, do you I'm going to call on you because you're our rep
I'm
there from the
actually
college.
chatting with her now.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there was anything in particular that you wanted to brag a little bit about the campus right now, what's going on, and making people feel, if they're the least bit skitty. I didn't know if you had any insight that you might want to share.
As far as the program or in general?
And in general, go girl.
Yeah.
This is your chance to brag about MVCC and what you do. And because I don't know if everybody knows all the things that happen at the college from your vantage point. And
yeah, there is a lot going on, especially for people with or students with disabilities, and whether they're taking a non-credit type course like this to credit courses. I think that there's a lot available. We do have the pre-ETS program as well. I don't know if people know about that. So there's a general feeling of involvement with disabilities. Are we great? We always can do better, but I think that there's a good amount of knowledge. We've had a lot of different types of disability, constantly have people who are deaf or blind. So, some of those individuals as well. So I think reaching out, this is a great program. And I'm really grateful that we have this opportunity. I was letting Brandy know that I'm going to be leaving MVCC on the 19th. But I am going to SUNY admin as the assistant director for disability resources.
Nice.
So I still want to be involved in what's going on, or at least know what's happening, because there's other colleges in the area and that might be able to, connect as well.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yes, very exciting. And we will stay connected with you. So I'll probably need your new address.
All right.
But yeah, well, if you're open to having it shared amongst your colleagues from Mohawk Valley, I'm sure you've done it already, but we would be pleased to announce whatever it is you need announced through the advisory committee, because everyone here is all in the same place you are continuing on. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Unless other people have things, we heard a little bit because I put Dawn on the spot. Does anybody else want to share with the rest of the group things that might be happening in your area? I know I saw Summer on. I don't know if there's anything, Summer, that Radar is needing to remind people about or talk about. You have the floor if you want it. Anybody else too, just feel free to just sign on and say hi.
Hi, Pat. I did invite my colleague Sarah Barcombe to this meeting. She has a newer grant that was recently awarded to the Workforce Development Board that does have some extra funding associated with it. So Sarah, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot, if you want to share a little information about your program, I do think that there is an opportunity for her to assist with Advance to Apprenticeship if possible.
Awesome.
We just keep passing around this spotlight here. So yes, I'll go next. So my name is Sarah Barcombe. The grant that was recently awarded to the Working Solutions it's called Building Pathways to Infrastructure Careers. So we are looking for 17 and older. They cannot be enrolled in high school though, but 17 and older. And it is funds for folks to get training in renewable energy, advanced manufacturing, that type of career. So it kind of fits right in with the MACNY from what I hear. So Summer and I have talked a little bit, and maybe me paralleling with types of what she is already doing for MACNY students, and maybe either giving more stipends or paying for additional trainings or that type of thing. So we can be in communication, obviously, and I'll try to attend these meetings as much as possible as we go forward and see if we can connect and assist more students around our areas.
Awesome.
How exciting. How exciting. Sarah, I would value, and then maybe Summer, is your email set up the same way as Summer's, or do you have a middle initial there that you might use that I don't want to miss?
I will put it in the chat. It is set up just like Summer's.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Dara.
I have a question, Brandy. It's Dawn.
Yes.
When you said the youth involvement, how are
Mhm.
you guys incorporating that? Because we're working with a lot of the schools, particularly I'm thinking Proctor. And so some of those seniors might, I'm going to carry that information again over to them so they know open houses tomorrow. But how are you guys getting involved with the youth to inform them?
Well, we might be the team with you. So in year 4, that is a part of our growth plan. And we're still in that development phase of looking at what's already happening in the area and who we can potentially partner with and make more robust, or possibly create something it's needed. But we're all about partnerships. So, you know, that connection with Proctor is already there. Awesome. Like, we would love to meet with you and see if there's something we could do together while we continue to partner with MACNY and the different opportunities that they do for youth as well. So definitely in the development phase and looking to partner with others to make this piece happen, especially in Utica.
Yeah, and I've worked with them in the past, giving them your flyer. So I'll give it to them again today, just to
Awesome.
inform them if they have any seniors or anyone interested to at least show up tomorrow. Yeah.
Perfect. Because if I remember the MAC, it's right. The map, it's like very close to MVCC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do work with Proctor, where we have like a full class of high school senior girls for Rosies, and I think that would be something that we'd want to explore for this program in the future too. And we had worked with Carly over there, and the head of the CTE program as well. They've been very responsive with our other programs, so hopefully we can get this going there too. I know that I just think it would be a consideration to maybe do like a full class of just UCSD students instead of having them pushed into a mixed class. I don't know how everyone feels about that, but
I think that makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Being their age, where they're at, and allowing them to have the support, you know, identifying what supports might be necessary, because we don't want them feeling left out. And depending on the class that, you know, gets put together at a college, you can do that very easily, especially at a community college. So I love that idea, Colleen. I think that makes a lot of sense. So we can tap you. But I think I also want to remind people that although this open house is tomorrow, I always worry that people get a flyer and they go, oh, if I'd only known ahead of time. It is not the open house. It is a open house. If others are interested, they would like to have a visit, we know that Franca is totally open to creating other opportunities before the start date. So please, as you go, oh, damn, I wish, Bob. No, don't worry about that. Tomorrow is a open house, and we would be happy to arrange other things if you believe you have a student, a family, anybody of interest that wants to learn more about what Mohawk Valley, MACNY, and the USET are doing together around A2A. That's important.
Yes, Suzanne.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. So I was just gonna ask if you wanted me to follow up, echoing what Tamara was talking about as far as the pre-S program at MVCC. If you all know about it, I don't have to get into it, but I just wasn't sure.
No, I'm familiar with it through Access, but I would love to hear what MVCC.
Well, so yeah, this is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So MVC, and Tamara, please chime in if you want to. MVCC has an MOU with Access, and their MVCC is providing pre-ETS to
which stands for those that on the call,
pre-employment transition services. Thank you. There are 5 required pre-employment transition services, which include job exploration counseling, instruction and self-advocacy, work-based learning experience, work-based soft skills, and also counseling on post-secondary options. So I'm butchering a little bit. I'm talking in layman's terms. If you look on NITEC, it'll give you the exact federal title for all those 5. But nonetheless, so they have a program that they're working with students. So I know, as I'm listening to the conversation, some of your programs involve youth. So youth with disabilities, they're not enrolled in an educational program. So a student with disability is enrolled in an education program between the ages of 14 to 22. So MVCC is able to provide these pre-ETs. They've been doing outreach to school districts, I think, in the area, as well as on campus. They're, students who are interested in participating, because students in post-secondary can participate. So there's Andrew Carpenter is the contact, the primary contact, and Karen Salas, right?
Right.
And Tamara has got information too. While she's here for a few more weeks. I know. Congratulations, Tamara.
I think, Dawn, you're from UCP, don't you have pre-ETs also in the area?
We actually do. We were one
Yes.
of the initial
Mhm.
exclusive, so we were doing it for 4 years.
Right.
And so, yeah, we're in pretty much the school districts and some community partners currently.
Right, and so they're separate, and so they're in separate, like, thanks for bringing that up. We have contracts with a number of vendors in the community that provide pre-ETs, and Dawn, thank you, it's nice to see you as well, is and Original, I can call you an Original PE vendor, and you're a CRS vendor as well. And so now, as our contracts renew, we have additional vendors who've are in the process of engaging in that capacity as well. So yeah.
Susanna, I mean, I'm excited that you reiterated the 5 services, because when I listened to you restate those 5, I'm reminded of what is a part of a direct entry program's expectations, and they're not far from the same kinds of things. And I think there may be value in taking a look at the expectations under pre-ETs to what A2A's direct entry or any direct entry opportunity is expecting to offer their students. MACNY will obviously be in charge, be focused on A2A manufacturing, but we're trying to figure out exactly how the USED and whatnot looks at still those other opportunities for people with disabilities to be introduced to other industries. So we will focus MACNY on manufacturing, as it should, because they're the manufacturing association. But if VR is interested in looking at that, reviewing some of those ideas with University of Rochester, I'm of course putting it out there, speaking probably before I should. But anyway, I just think they're having things that are doing the same thing and not interacting with each other, interrelating. Right. It's sort of the coalition idea that Brandy highlighted on that slide about finding people, organizations, opportunities that are doing similar things. Why should a person have to pick when we could maybe make it a universal acceptance that, things like that. So I think that might be exciting to explore with you, ma'am. You've been on the forefront of transition services for a while for our state. No, seriously. And I think that maybe this is the moment in time to make sure that businesses and providers aren't trying to compete with each other, but are actually building a nice pathway for for students to pick what makes sense for them.
Right. Thank you. I want to say one thing about the continuum, and I think it'll help. So if we think of it linearly, a linear line, pre-employment transition services with the potentially eligible are those exploratory in the beginning stages, but you could very well have a case scenario where a student with a disability is engaging with your programs, so they are enrolled still. I mean, if they can still be enrolled in education, so they'd be an SWD, a student with a disability, and work readiness training could include travel training. So that little piece, like on that line, and you have a business and you have a student who needs that assistance, that could fall under, before they even apply to VR services, as a potentially eligible with Dawn's agency, as she's on, I'll point out. So she could, and Dawn, you can chime in on that if you know what I'm saying. So it's like we have to really look and take a pause at these pre-ETs. And what really does it mean? What do they mean? And how can they be utilized? Because it's unique to the individual. It's their informed consent and that they're engaging. And we're trying to see, you know, what is the service that they would benefit from, and maybe that is that piece of travel training that could fall under work readiness, and that could couple with what you know your program is. Just a thought. If the student could be engaged.
No, and are you suggesting? And forgive me, you know, say no, Pat, if it's not true. We could use the I'm thinking about the things, Brandy, that we built into the support services or the expectation under the auspices of A2A and all those things. And so instead of trying to package it and figure out how to fund it under A2A, allowing those that have the ability to do things like Radar did for us, right? So maybe we need to look at the you know, potentially eligible services from VR to push in and support what a student might need. It might invite many of those students to think about the discovery opportunity in a manufacturing career that they didn't before, if we could figure out a way to link that. So
right, yeah. So I mean, because you're talking about the next couple of the years that you know that you're you know we should dialogue. And Dawn, I don't mean to speak for you, so definitely you know chime in if she's still on.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think that
does that make
travel
sense?
training is just one piece though. So work readiness, we're the soft skills, you're the specific training. So we could definitely, it's a complement skill. And even the post-secondary counseling, that's exploration. So that's telling them about manufacturing and maybe taking them to the open house. I feel like that would fit for it because it's really just that. So I always say the 3 E's, you know, experience, exploration, and education. That's what those pre-ets are for. So we definitely can like tie them together. I think that's a good match.
I was just trying to put transportation out there because I think it's something that across the state of New York is one of my, when I retire, I think I'm going to do my work on that because I just don't get it in rural areas. Just, you know, we have to do better for everyone. So sorry, but that's why I was just.
No, don't apologize. I would love to, from this conversation, consider, Brandy, I will work with everyone that's kind of spoken up and talk about how to maybe set it another time to think through how the pre-ETS services, that pre-employment training services could add to the design that has been presented, because we have application with a definition to the Department of Labor. So MACNY will need to be a part of that conversation to look at how and what could legitimately complement what was proposed and approved by the Council of Apprenticeship. But this is exciting opportunity, I think, that we did not necessarily see coming. So awesome. Thank you, Suzanne, for joining us this morning. And I want to put a shout out to our colleagues from Rochester. There appears to have been a snafu in what was sent out, thinking that they were joined. They had a meeting at 10, and indeed the Rochester advisory meeting was at 9. No wonder nobody was on the call with us other than Lee Caslow. So somehow he got something different. I don't know exactly, but I want to thank Jennifer and Judy and Rich. I feel like romper room right now in my magic mirror trying to remember who said, and Martha for joining us, and anybody else from the Rochester advisory group that's joined. A lot of what we're talking about fits both places, so I thank you for taking the extra time to join us this morning on this call today. But we'll certainly be available to you should you have any other questions about what's happening in Rochester proper. But we did record that meeting, so we'll be able to send it to you too if you want to listen, if you didn't hear the whole PowerPoint presentation from Brandy this morning. Anybody else want to yes, go ahead, please.
Really quick, just to follow up on what everybody was saying about pre-ETS, and I love that idea of working and combining in pre-ETS support. And is there a way that we could reach out to those folks receiving pre-ETS to make sure they know? I mean, maybe that's already been done, to make sure they know about this opportunity now. So can we present in front of a group with pre-ETS? Can we, you know, how can we get those folks to look at A2A as an opportunity to jump in now?
Yeah. So that's the call for action to you guys. Don't have to commit right now, although we know who you are, so watch out. No, but I think Suzanne has opened up that beautiful can of bait, and I'll say that, not can of, can of bait to hopefully add a whole bunch of people thinking about the world of manufacturing. And it may be something that even, we can look at building something specific. So while there's A2A happening, how do we also, in your design idea, Marilee and Brandy, the way you were talking about, educating the teachers, educating others. We've captured people we know about, but who else needs to learn more about industry and jobs in manufacturing? That would be really exciting to add to the equation for moving forward. So the call to action, though, let us know who's got a group that we could put together. Suzanne, if you can help us with that, we'd be beholden. So
yeah, so Tamara, do you want to pull Andrew in? Do you think?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
In fact, yeah, I think, well, I have talked to them, but they're, I don't know if they, but yes.
Yes.
So
Okay. And you heard Colleen say that if there was an interest enough about, so instead of pushing them into a college age level group, looking to actually potentially develop something, unique, is not off the table. So we'll play it out. We'll see what plays out from there. Cool.
And so I sent all the, Brandy, thank you for the flyers. So that all went to the Utica DO.
Awesome.
Chain of command up. So that just now this morning, so that they have all that, and they'll probably ask me. So should I have them reach out to Brandy with questions?
Absolutely.
That if I understood that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
And then you all, if you have similar flyers as you were talking about Rochester. So I don't know if you have a similar business in Rochester yet that you're coupling with for this, or have you already done that? I apologize if I missed the meeting on that one.
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think we need to, we're regrouping based on this wonderful announcement. It means some administrative potential switcheroos in regards to how things play out. So you've done great. Let's process this great opportunity the right way, because the last thing we need is to get everybody excited and then not be able to deliver. You're talking A2A, but Colleen is hitting me in the back of the head. I know she is saying we've also got Real Life Rosies. So Real Life Rosies is also a direct entry program under MACNY that specifically is focused to support women, young women, old women, every woman who might be interested in manufacturing is also has an opportunity to go in that class. So they're using, MACNY right now is using both campuses, both Utica and Rome, in order to provide these kinds of opportunities around manufacturing. So more to follow. We don't want to stew this all up. Does any of our colleagues from Rochester, I'm going to give you an opportunity to have any thoughts, questions, things you want to share for the good of the order, because you're all in the same boat. We're just in two parts of the state. So I don't want to not allow you guys to even brag a little bit about your own groups if there's something you want to share. Going once.
No, I think I'm good right now, but if anyone has any interest in Rochester, I'll put my email in the chat.
Well, we're excited because you guys get to benefit from the direct entry, is what we learned from Colleen. So we, looking forward to whatever needs to be developed there for you guys. Okay. Awesome. All righty. Thank you, Rich. Sorry for the confusion this morning, but your dedication is recognized and recorded. Thank you, dear. Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.